wrestling fans. My name is Brian Crazy, and you are watching the F and Brand of Wrestling and Entertainment here on YouTube.com. I'm back on Fight Nation Wrestling with my TNA Slammiversary 2012 review. Slammiversary took place last night, June 10th, 2012, and we started the show off with Hulk Hogan, the general manager of Impact Wrestling. He comes out and announces the X Division title match. We'll go on first. We'll see the X Division champion Austin Aries defend his title against Samoa Joe. We saw a little bit of friction between these two guys last week, which actually exploded in the ring, and I think these two guys actually went to blows. We saw Austin Aries, pick up the win over Samoa Joe in a great opening contest, classic X Division match. The guys that are yearning for that X Division match, this was a little taste of what we'll get next month at Destination X. And we are officially on the road to Destination X now that this pay-per-view has concluded. For the next match, this match didn't have a lot of build, but it was actually a really great match. It came out of nowhere, but it surprised me. I figured for a match that really had no build, but the wrestling told the story. When you have guys to the caliber of Kid Cash or Hernandez in the ring, you can't complain. You just can't complain. And Hernandez picked up the win over Kid Cash. He's sporting a little bit different look these days, kind of reminiscent to his earlier run, sporting the beard once again. Then we go into tag team action. We see Devon and Garrett Bischoff pick up the win over Robbie E and Robbie T. Another surprisingly decent match. I thought this was going to be, just more of the same. We've seen a lot of these guys in the last few weeks. Not that they're bad performers. We've just seen a lot of them. And surprisingly decent match. Then we go into the next contest, 3-week dance. We see Mr. Anderson square off against Jeff Hardy and RVD. Mr. Anderson is successful. He picks up the win. He is now the number one contender, and he will go on to this Thursday night's episode of Impact to wrestle the World's Heavyweight Champion. Then we go into a surprise match. Crimson comes out, issues an open challenge, and it is answered by Texas's own Cowboy James Storm. James Storm comes out and quickly defeats the undefeated Crimson, who went over a year undefeated. And was this the right decision? They've been building this guy for so long, and he's just going to lose his undefeated streak. And I guess it was Slammiversary, and it is James Storm, and it is Texas. But just seems so anticlimactic. Shouldn't have been like a feud built up to this point. Leave your thoughts on that one. Then we go into the TNA Hall of Fame announcement. Dixie Carter comes out, has the entire TNA roster come out, and then announces Sting. The Icon is the first man that will enter the TNA Hall of Fame. He is so deserving. Congratulations to Sting, Steve Borden. Then the TNA Knockouts title match, we see Gail Kim, who's the defending Knockouts champion, go against Brooke Tessmacher, who became the number one contender in a 4-week dance on Impact Wrestling last week. Brooke Tessmacher is successful. She has learned so much, and she has become the new TNA Knockouts champion. Then we see Joseph Park Esquire go against Bully Ray, and during this match there was a swap, and I ended up doing some reading online that in fact there was another wrestler hiding under the ring during this match. It wasn't, I was like, how the heck did Joseph Park switch clothes so quickly with this? It just didn't make sense to me. I was like, hairstyle, that. I was even starting to question it for a minute, but then it was leaked online that there was actually another guy doing the Abyss role. But hey, they played it off well. They kept him away from the camera. You couldn't see his face. And they played it off well, I do have to say. And it was an interesting match. Bully Ray, Joseph Park, I don't think they should necessarily go here again. But for the story they told, I think they both guys did a really good job. I have to, really praise Abyss and his acting ability. He's taken on a completely different role that's a complete polar opposite of the role that he has played in TNA for so many years. And, my hat's off to him, even though I typically don't wear a hat in these reviews. But then we go out back to the ring, and we see Hulk Hogan come out. He announces that Christian Cage, that is the repayment for Ric Flair being at the Hall of Fame ceremony. Christian Cage will be at Slammiversary tonight. And I have found out that Christian wasn't too pleased about being a Slammiversary. He was very friendly with everybody there, but he was kind of disappointed that WWE chose him. Why him? But I guess it's his history with TNA. He's a former NWA TNA champion. Then we go into tag team action. Angle and AJ Styles pick up the win over Kazarian and Daniels in probably match of the night, if not one of TNA's matches of the year. The amount of incredible spots in this match, it was just great. I have to say it was a great contest. We see new tag team champions in Angle and AJ Styles. Then we go to the main event, the Insane Icon Sting versus Robert Roode for the TNA World's Heavyweight title. And Robert Roode takes the low road once again. Well, what does a heel do to keep his title? He wins it by any means. He grabs the beer bottles that were left over from James Storm's celebration earlier in the night, and he cracks one right over the skull of the Insane Icon. He ends up picking up the win. But that's not the end of the pay-per-view. The Insane Icon goes absolutely nuts, destroys Robert Roode, and ends up doing the Scorpion Death Drop off the stage. It was a great pay-per-view in my opinion. I enjoyed it. Slammiversary 10. Congratulations to TNA Wrestling, 10 years old. And you guys have just done a phenomenal job. Keep up the good work to all the men and women, in the ring, the performers, and all the people backstage that have made it possible all these years. Guys, thanks for checking out this video. Thanks for being loyal fans and subscribers of the F brand of wrestling and entertainment here on YouTube.com. Check out our official website at www.fightnationwrestling.com. My new Twitter at BrianCrazy2001, and also my new channel, the channel that you just viewed this video on, Fight Nation Wrestling, and please subscribe. Have a great day. Can't wait to hear your thoughts. Rest assured, if I don't respond to every comment, I do read every single comment. So please drop your thoughts below, and I can't wait to hear your feedback. And for the guys that first followed me from F and True Wrestling, thanks for following me here. You are not forgotten, and all the fans are not forgotten. That's the reason I come on here, because without you guys, this show would be nothing. Have a great afternoon, and I'll catch you a little later.